Hello Virgo, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. Doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energies, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, Virgo, in the past, we have the Four of Wands. Celebration, happiness, celebration. Feels like an accomplishment. It feels like there's a portal, there's a place that these people are going. Happy home, happy life, celebration. Wow. All right. So what do we need to know about this celebration? It looks like this happiness, happy home, happy life, this celebration occurred after defeating some type of bully energy. We've got the Queen of Pentacles showing up, and how she's showing up with her back turned. With the vice versa deck, it feels like this is your energy in the past. Feels like you're very focused on creating a happy home for your life. A celebration. Feels like to get this happy home and this celebration, you had to be very focused on what you wanted. It feels like you had to cultivate and nurture this happiness. Feels like this happiness, this celebration came at the expense of, how do I say this? It feels like you had to really assert yourself, face a lot of fears to create this happiness for yourself. Like you really had to dedicate and focus your attention. It feels like there's a lot of inner strength that you're cultivating in the past as well. Courage, security, feeling secure, feeling stable, feeling confident. It feels like whatever you went through in the past with the Five of Swords in reverse, it feels like you're taking a stand against someone who's very much a bully. So this happiness that you've created, this celebration for yourself, has been purposefully cultivated. And it feels like it's after disinviting people to the party, not allowing, disengaging with people who are shallow, emotionally immature, who feel like they need to lord over others, bully people, push people around. So I'm getting this feeling like there's a focus in the past, a recognition of that someone, or maybe even several people, need to leave the environment. And it feels like it took a lot of strength to recognize this and courage to separate from these energies. That's interesting. It feels like this happiness you had to fight for, this celebration. It took a lot of focus and a lot of your internal strength. Okay, anything else coming up around the past that we need to know of? Sun card in reverse. It feels like this bully energy, this immature person in the past, just brought with them so much confusion and unhappiness. It feels like purposefully creating confusion, which purposely created a lot of unhappiness for you. It feels like incredible lessons that you were going through in the past, and things are just so much, yeah, this person had you blinded, had you perceiving a different reality, not seeing them. Somehow you couldn't see this immature person that was a bully. But the time that I'm tuned into it, it looks like you're healing from your childhood wounds. You're feeling a confidence within you. You're focused on happiness, on healing, on strength, on your abundance, on creating what you prefer going forward after this immature person. I get the feeling that to be with this immature person in the past, you really had to abandon yourself. And so you're also no longer abandoning yourself in the past. It feels like this person made you feel like there's something wrong with you. And so you kept abandoning yourself and putting this person first. It feels like this person got you to trust them and their perspective and how they're seeing things, and had you distrust your own perspective. But it feels like at some point you chose you chose happiness, you chose to heal, you chose your inner strength. And it feels like this is a very important choice point for you in the past, making this choice. So in present energy, Virgo, we have the 10 of Pentacles. This is legacy energy. This is the happily ever after, because it's grounded, it's in this reality. This is something, it feels like you are focusing on this legacy. You're very focused on what you want to create and leave behind. Wow, your legacy is also Ace of Cups, very loving. It feels like what you're leaving behind is based on the intentions, where it's coming from is love. A very loving, wow. All right. Wow, this feels very you. It looks like right now you're at another choice point, maybe, in trying to figure which way to go. From looking at how you make decisions in the past, and it looks like you make big decisions. You're capable, you're comfortable, maybe not comfortable, but making really big decisions. Profound. Willing to face your fears. You have the strength to do it. Okay, what's going on in this current energy? Feels like there's some type of confusion going on. Someone's making moves. Someone is taking action, but there's confusion and there's a lack of communication. It feels like a nightmare. So there's a lot of swords in this energy that I'm reading right now. So it feels like someone's up in their headspace, confused, trying to figure something out. But no one's talking to them, or they can't talk to you. And so this person's in a nightmare. And it feels like they're trying to take action from this very confused space. Very unhealed, confused nightmare space. So this person is feeling a bit reckless. Like trying to, they're in a lot of fear. They're confused. So they're just going to take some action. Then we've got the Ace of Swords coming in. So that's the truth. Someone's trying to get out of this nightmare by taking action towards truth. Who's this? Who's taking action? This feels like your energy. Nine of Pentacles. You're taking some action with the energy of the Ace of Swords. Truth. Justice. But there's something, it feels like you're in your head about something. Worried about something. But you're going to take action from a very grounded position. You're looking very independent. You're very focused on creating abundance. You look very abundant. It feels like despite the fears, you're taking action. Despite the confusion, despite the fears, you're taking action towards truth. It feels like the energy of truth is setting you free. So interesting. All right, what's going on? What do we need to know? What are the most important messages? Feels like there's a new timeline opening up. It feels like whatever this is that's causing fear, it feels like in this present energy, the intentions driving everything is legacy. A legacy of love, a loving legacy. But it feels like there's some confusion, some fear that you're working your way through. But you're taking action towards some truth. And it feels like your willingness to take this action with the energy of truth is creating a new timeline for yourself. Creating a whole different way of showing up, a whole different way of being. Here's the Four of Wands again, but in reverse. There's some type of something you're wanting to change, something you're wanting to rework around a lack of celebration. You're definitely using your intuition. The High Priestess is coming out. Feels like you're very in tune with your intuition. You've got unlimited potential. And I can feel that potential in this energy. Whatever this is, it's fantastic. It feels like you're very focused on creating this legacy, leaving this loving legacy behind you. You might be up in your head a little bit, but you're making the right moves. You're using truth and honesty. You've got intuition going for you. Feels like you might be a little exhausted or a little tired, a little worn down. This is interesting. It feels like something is going your way. And it feels publicly. Wow, that causes a tower for somebody. Tower. I'm getting there's some type of contract that maybe, or something, it feels like a contract, some type of agreement is coming to light. Maybe that you've been worried. It feels like you don't want to get your hopes up about this contract, but it's looking really positive, like the outcome. Let's double check that. What do we need to know about this contract? Wow, it's been a journey. Journey. Very hopeful. Hope, water, big luck. So it does feel like, for those of you who've got some type of contract, could very well be legal. It feels like something you've not wanted to get your hopes up about, but it with the Four of Cups in reverse, the Three of Cups, and then the Hierophant, it looks like things are going your way. And then with the Kipper cards, big luck, hope, big water, journey. It feels very positive, this outcome. So, all right. Let's look at what's hidden. We have the Three of Pentacles. Accomplishment, achievement, something's working. These people are working together. They're working to accomplish something, to build something. Feels like you're a part of this, of building something, coming together. It looks like what you're building, there might not be any strategy or plan yet. Feels like you might be in the talking phase, talking about what you're wanting to create. Maybe it has something to do with this legacy that you're wanting to leave behind, that you're wanting to build. That's very loving. Legacy. It feels like you might be talking with other people, you know, gathering interest. It doesn't feel like there's any strategy to implement the legacy, but it feels like you're in the talking phase, or you're finding, you know, who can work with you, who's also interested in this type of energy. It looks like you're learning as you go. You're really someone who learns from their mistakes. It also looks like you're very attractive at this time, like you're attracting in interest, which is good because it feels like you've got things you want to do. And then we've got this someone's not happy about, someone has a lot to say about what you're trying to achieve, or they're trying to block. They don't want you to achieve this legacy, whatever you're working with others. There's someone, this feels very similar to this energy in the past. Someone who feels like you're ineffectual, feels like they need to block you verbally. Someone who feels very I'm not a big fan of this energy. It's not that it doesn't feel like they're competing with you to try to create something. They just don't like that you're creating something. This is someone who just really likes blocking you. That feels like you shouldn't be creating something. That you should be in a subservient position. So there's something about, like, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? This person just can't perceive you other than beneath them. Beneath them energetically, beneath them as a person, as a soul. This person just can't have you shining, can't have you looking attractive, can't have you attracting attention. This is someone who lies, cheats, steals. Looks like they want to figure out how to get in your energy and how to dissuade you, how to remind you of your woundedness, remind you of how ineffectual you are. Because they don't want you to do anything. They don't want you to move anywhere. They don't want you to do anything. They want you to be stuck. I think that's because they're stuck. This person lacks any creative anything. It feels like they're just a destroyer, and they don't understand someone with this type of vision, someone who wants to create something to leave behind, someone who's been focused on this since the past. And you have the courage and the strength to do it. And somehow this person I don't understand why. They feel very determined to not allow you to shine, not allow you to figure things out. It doesn't feel like they're very effective in this energy. It feels like they can't reach you energetically. So they might be throwing a tantrum, they might be saying a lot to people, but it doesn't look like it's affecting your ability to achieve what you're wanting to achieve. You might be perceiving maybe this 2 of Swords, 4 of Swords reversed, 9 of Swords that was showing up in the main reading. Confusion, not talking to someone, fear. It feels like their energy they might be projecting some of this onto you. Fears and worries. It doesn't feel like you are allowing this person to have any effect on you. Because it feels like whatever this legacy is, that it's your North Node. And they can't block you from your North Node. Feels like this person is part of your South Node, is part of your lessons. And it feels like you've learned a lot of lessons, and so it's like you're accelerating towards your North Node in a very empowered way. All right, Virgo, the outcome and advice, we have the Sun in reverse. It showed up in the past. The door closed. The Sun in reverse showed up in the past as well, in regards to an immature person that kept you very stuck, that you had to abandon yourself to be with. A bully. Okay. So that deck's in. Okay, so it is, I am perceiving it's this person from the past. It looks like they're very out of balance and very unhappy because they can't play their Five of Swords games with you. They can't bully you. It feels like you were providing a service to this person. Why you were so chronically unhappy with this person is that you were taking on their energy, their unhappiness. They projected onto you, and you felt it like you believed it was your job to make this person feel better. It feels like in the past, this person, there's an unconscious agreement, or maybe conscious. My job is to make you happy. And if you're not happy, I'm the problem. It's my fault. And instead, now it feels like you're unhappy. That sounds like a you problem. It's not my job to make anyone else happy. It's not your job to make anyone else happy. It's your job to make yourself happy. So what I'm getting is not only this person, but anybody who's been operating in this energy of, I'm not happy and it's your problem. You need to make me happy. Feels like they're having a really difficult time in this current energy, running very immature games, with people becoming more and more conscious of what is their responsibility and what is not. It's interesting how that Seven of Pentacles showed up on the floor, face down away. I think this person does not like where you're focusing your attention and what you're growing, what you're cultivating. Whatever you focus on, it grows and becomes abundant. And you're not focusing on this person anymore, and they're not growing. They're not abundant. They're unhappy. It feels like they played mean games with you. They didn't realize the value that you had. Or for some of you, they realized, but they didn't want you to realize the value that you have, that they needed you. They needed to bully you so they could be friendly to everyone else. And without you to bully behind closed doors, this person isn't able to be friendly to everyone because they're in their emotions. They're dysregulated. You were regulating this person and allowed this person to be perceived as kind, so nice to everyone else, but they were bullying you behind closed doors, wounding you, keeping you, and also blaming you for it. And it feels like this person is really being seen. Feels like that's a lot of the readings have this repeated theme lately, the last week or so, and it feels like what I'm tuning into is a lot of like towers this fall, a lot of realizations, people seeing the truth, people reaping what they sown, and this person has sown confusion and unhappiness, out of balance, impatience, and bullying. Okay. Again, we've got this we had the contract coming up, something going your way in this present energy. If you have a contract, it feels like it goes your way. It looks like in the outcome, there's the energy of a broken contract, but it doesn't have the energy behind it. So maybe this person is wanting to break the contract because it's going your way, but it doesn't feel like they're getting away with it, or that it has any fire to it. It feels like they just want to break the contract. What do we need to know about a broken contract in the outcome? Marriage. All right, so for some of you, it's a broken marriage contract. Someone's not sorry. Someone's not in grief over this broken marriage contract. Military murky thoughts. So someone's having murky thoughts about how to break. Military could be someone who's military. Could be military kind of tactics, like how can I break this contract? How can I figure this out? This doesn't feel like above board with the murky thoughts. A change and false person. It feels like someone doesn't want to honor this contract in the outcome. They're not sorry about it. They want this change. They're a false person. They have murky thoughts, but it doesn't feel like there's any way to whoever's trying to make a plan to, it feels like if it's with murky thoughts, it's not coalescing. There's not the right timing, the right energy. It feels like if they try to get out from underneath a contract, it's not working. Not in these energies. Instead, it feels like it just shows them that they're a false person. It shows people around like that they're bitter, salty, that they're just trying to block someone, that it doesn't have merit. It feels like this person is showing their hand, unmasking themselves. It feels like the people in the environment are really seeing this person clearly. And it feels like people are perceiving you clearly. Those who want to see you clearly are seeing you accurately. And it shows. You're very dedicated and focused from the past, from the very get-go. You're strong. You've got an internal strength about you. It feels like you create a happy home environment wherever you go. And so it was confusing with this person from your past who's immature. It feels like that was very confusing. But once you recognize that they're all right, this is just what I'm getting. They're the cancer that needed to be cut out of your life, that they were not a partner. They were not for you. Once you recognize that, then it looks like you clocked them correctly. Feels like some of you are still dealing with this person and that they can't create the havoc that they used to be able to create in your life. that you are independent. You are walking with the energy of truth and justice and very loving legacy type of energy. Very attractive. People want to work with you. They see you as very accomplished. And you're very intuitive. You're walking yourself through this very complex set of different situations. So, wow. All right, Virgo. Great reading. Stay grounded. You've got this. Take care. Bye.